driving business. Smart 24, driving business.
You are welcome, our viewers. Welcome to Fat Talks. Fat Talks is the product of Fidelis Leadership Institute. My name is Ramon Tindimwewa, and I'm your host for today. We have amazing people in the studio here, and as you're going to hear from them and listen to them, there is some wisdom that is going to be imparted. Today's topic is cultivating young leaders. I want to give shout outs to Smart TV for giving us this opportunity to be on air and to bring this show to you. I want to also send greetings to Fidelis Leadership Institute for the opportunity to cultivate young leaders and create a critical mass of leaders we have today. Thank you for joining us today, and allow me to introduce the people we are with, the students and the teacher we have from Lohana Academy we have today in studio. So, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us on the show. Yes, I would love you to introduce yourself so that viewers get to know who you are. We can start from Joshua, and then as we go to the others.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ramon. My name is Okello Joshua. I'm a teacher at Lohana High School. I teach English language and literature alongside general paper. Thank you for hosting us today.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Joshua. Thank you, Joshua. Yes, Patricia.
My name is Namkwaya Patricia. I'm a student from Lohana High School, and I am the class prefect of Senior 3.
Oh, amazing, amazing. This is so glad to hear. Yes, and Benjamin?
Thank you so much. My name is Sebtozi Benjamin. I am the class prefect of Senior 2, and I'm glad to be here.
Oh, thank you, Benjamin. And then lastly, we have Chloe with us.
My name is Ampaire Chloe, as you've heard, and I am the assistant head prefect at Lohana Academy. I'm here to represent my beautiful school, Lohana Academy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, so you can catch Smart TV on DSTV, Go TV. DSTV it's on channel 327, and Go TV it's on channel 320, and we're also live on YouTube. So at this time, send the link to your friends, to your family, to everyone that's watching that you think may be able to earn or get something from this wisdom that's going to be shared today. So the topic we're having today is about leadership. And most of the times, leadership is something that we just put it there. Okay, we know we have prefects, we know we have leaders, we know we have fathers and leaders, but most of the times we don't delve into it, like speak about it so much. What are leaders? Sometimes people have a question, are leaders born, are leaders made? So leadership is something that, those are conversations that we should make to be part of us, because without leaders, there is no nation. So today we get an opportunity to listen to the young leaders and the wisdom they have for us. So one of the things we're going to discuss, as you'll hear, is how early leadership skills shape lifelong success. And with me, with the people in studio, allow me to send the first question to Chloe, and to give us some of these highlights or some of her insights with this. So Chloe,
Yes.
what does being a leader mean to you as a person, as a youth leader at school?
According to me, it means so much to me because I get to do what I really love. I get to correct people, and that's what I really love.
Oh, amazing. Thank you, Chloe. It reminds me of some time when I was also a prefect. I started by being class monitor, and you get a chance to help out your colleagues here and there. Well, it's, John Maxwell says leadership is influence and nothing else. So, yeah, thank you for that. Growing up, I've learned that leadership is one of the conversations we should be having, and you're not just there and you make yourself a leader. Some leaders are born, some leaders are made, but it's a skill or it's something that we have to inculcate in the people of today. So we would love to hear from Benjamin and see what he shares. What are his views about this? So Benjamin, could you please share with us a time where you took charge of a situation, and how did it turn up? Was it in class? Was it outside as a leader at Lohana? Just give us an experience, just a little bit. Yes, back to you.
As I said earlier, I am the class prefect senior 2. So sometimes these students can tend to make noise, and as I am a class prefect, I should at least tell them to keep quiet and to maintain the silence. And if it is above my control, I reach out to my class teacher and ask and tell him what has happened and to see how he can manage it.
Thank you so much, Benjamin. Yeah, I want to thank once again Fidelis Leadership Institute for giving us this opportunity to be able to speak to the viewers out there, and to also thank Smart TV for giving us this opportunity to be able to share these views about leadership. As we go to the next person, who is pATRICIA, I'd love to tell us about some of the things that are coming up from Fidelis Leadership Institute. We have a Young Leaders Conclave that is aimed at imparting wisdom and helping to guide the young leaders, because our mission is to create a critical mass of leaders out there. So the Young Leaders Conclave is going to happen from the 29th to the 30th of August. It's going to be a time to play Nigeria, and if you want to sign up for this for your child that is going to be in holidays, for the young leaders, we have the alpha and the beta. We have from 13 to 16, and then we have 17. We have from 13 to 17. So please, you can sign up for your children. It's going to be 60,000 per day. Thank you. So let's have pATRICIA next. pATRICIA, as a young leader at school, I know you've experienced a lot of things here and there, leading fellow students. So as a learner, as a student, as a leader, what skills do you think are important for a leader to have in this day-to-day? They call it the VUCA world because it's volatile. What skills do you think are good to have as a leader in school or in every place?
I think a good leader should have the following skills. The skill of being patient, because as we as leaders, we find difficulties in the people that we lead most times. So if you have that skill of being patient to everyone, you can manage your leadership period, and being honest, trusting in the Lord, and having hope. Because as young leaders, we need hope to overcome different challenges. We usually have problems of people cheating or doing stuff like which are not needed in school. But you as a leader, you should be an example and give them the right way or the right path. So I think a leader should have those skills.
Thank you so much, pATRICIA. Yes, it's good to be an example to others. One great writer said, what do we live for if it is not to live our lives for others? So as leaders, we need to set an example for others. I recently read a book that titled Who Moved My Cheese? And there is one of those characters that wherever he was going, he left some words of guidance for the other who was coming after him. So we need to set examples in every situation, in every place, in every atmosphere. Thank you so much, pATRICIA. That was quite amazing. You talked about honesty. Honesty is one of the values we should have. And when I think about honesty, it's very integral to our society in every place that we live in. Is it at home? Is it at school? Any organization or institution? Honesty is one of the values that we should have, because without honesty, you can't build a team that is strong to move forward. So as leaders out there, I encourage us to always be honest in whatever we do, what we say. Even when people don't see you, that's why you be honest. What you say, what you speak out there says so much about you. So we are going to have Mr. Okello Joshua just share with us some of the things or highlights on this journey. And one question I have for you is, what qualities do you think are essential for children to develop as leaders in this generation?
Thank you so much, Ramon, for this wonderful opportunity once again. In this generation, we are going to realize several challenges. So for us to be in position to nurture leaders who are able to meet the challenges of the 21st century, we have a lot to do. To start with, a leader that we expect to handle challenges in this century should be strategic.
Yes.
Strategic in a sense that they know what to do and when to come in to curb a challenge that we are going through in this generation. Secondly, a leader should be in position to think critically. What are the basic ways or the ways you can come up with challenges that we are facing? What solutions are we going to have to solve our problems today? It needs someone who can think outside the box, not just in the norm, as people think it is a way to or what. But it needs someone who thinks beyond what the other people are thinking.
Yes.
Then we need a leader who is upfront. When we're nurturing young children or young leaders, we need those who are outspoken, who lead from the forefront at the back. Recently, we had the March to Parliament.
Yes.
The protest that was there. But then you can see the turnout that came out compared to the people who are hyping it. You realize that there are many demonstrators on social media compared to the physical demonstration which was there. So when we're nurturing leaders, we expect those who are to lead people to be at the forefront, fighting for a cause that they are the ones leading. As the word leader says, lead. You can't lead from the back, you lead from the forefront. So young leaders today should focus on how they are the forerunners of the challenges that we are fighting for, but we want solutions for, by them coming forward first, not sitting back and waiting for other people who are actually not there to fight for our problems, to fight for our challenges in the current generation.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for that. That was very insightful. Some of the things that you talked about, and I can remember, what solutions can we bring forward? Yes, as a leader, what comes to mind is that someone is supposed to be solution-oriented. You know, there are people that we have that are always bringing problems. As a leader, what is the solution to the problems? What solution are you bringing to your people out there? What solutions are you making sure that they're action-oriented, that after that, something is going to change? So thank you for that. That was very insightful. But also, when you talked about a leader needs to think critically, that is something that I think we need to normalize, or can I say inculcate in the young leaders, because it's just, leadership is just more than leading at school or the classroom. Like, you need to think about the different things. If if a problem comes to you, it's not just about you, it's about the people you are leading. So what solutions are you bringing forward? So thank you so much for that. We'd also love to hear from Patricia on the question I have for her. What kind of leader do you want to be when you're at a particular age? I should say grow up in this instance. But when you are able to say, okay, this is Patricia, she's working this and this place. Okay, at a later time, what leader do you want to grow up in? What do you want to be said about you?
Well, recently I got to be the child representative of Kampala in the Children's Parliament.
Come on now, this is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of myself because it's not an easy task. But I would like to be a member of Parliament. When I grow up, I want to be a member of Parliament, and I want to represent Uganda on basically Kampala district, because being a leader in the Children's Parliament representing only Kampala gives me hope that when I grow up, I can become a member of Parliament representing Kampala. So I'm looking to that.
Thank you so much, Patricia. We see the aspirations and where you're going. Yeah, and yeah, you're in the right path with that. So the next question, something that I would love Benjamin to share or with highlights or to highlight about is, in what ways, as a young leader, Benjamin, are you going to be able to make positive, or in what ways can young leaders, just like you, make positive impact in their communities? For example, where they stay, where they go to school. Just share a few things that you think may be able to help someone out there.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. As a young leader in my community, I can ensure that I engage in communal activities. Like, let me say, cleaning wells. If I'm a young leader, I should be the first one there. I should be able to group up my friends and tell them, you know what, we have some communal activity taking place, let us all go and engage. I should be a person who can engage in such activities. Another thing, like, let me say, at school, I should also ensure that my friends do the right thing. Like, let me say, ensuring them that they follow the school rules and regulations. Not seeing my friends going against the school rules and regulations and then I don't speak anything or I don't do anything. At least I should be a person who can encourage them to follow the school rules and regulations. And then another thing is that by organizing activities like, let me say, games, to at least show them that everyone has a right to participate in something or to enjoy doing something. You understand?
Yes.
Yes. So by doing such activities and such aspects, I can ensure that my friends and my community develop. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Benjamin. That was very insightful. I like the fact that you talked about helping other young leaders, especially when they're in wrong. Let me give you a funny story. We're in Jam, and this friend of mine, I see a friend of mine driving a car, and well, he overtakes. And I later text him and tell him, what you did was not right. I think next time we should try to be better leaders. Well, it was funny because I didn't even know how to approach him and tell him that, but because he's my friend, I had to say something. So just as us in every community, well, we can make it personal. It doesn't have to be far-fetched. Do you see someone going astray and you can talk to them about something? And that's what leadership is about. It's about leading yourself and being able to lead others. Because if we can't lead ourselves, we can't lead others. So that was very insightful. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for sharing those. So, Chloe,
Yes.
I just have something. I had something in mind, and Well, as a young leader, the one that has started developing themselves, and you're learning, there are few things, or so many things that you're learning in school, and you're growing into that person that you want to become. You're a person that has purpose, you know the things that you want right now. At least you know some of the things, you know where some of the where you're going. So how can you tell a young leader out there, or share with us how you can start developing your leadership skills right now? I won't say, because someone may be wondering, well, a leader, how can I start developing my skills? How can I do it? Like, how can I be a prefect? Because I remember back in the day, I think I became a prefect when I was in P6, but it had to come out of so much fear, you know, to be a leader. So what highlights, or what can you share some of the things that, how can one start developing their leadership skills?
One thing I can say is you need to be confident. Public speaking. As you're speaking to the public, be confident. Because if you want to be a prefect, obviously you would have to do some campaigns. So you have to be confident as you're asking them to vote for you. I was confident also. I think that's why I also became the assistant head prefect. You have to be confident if you want to be a prefect or any other leader out there. Be confident as you're speaking. Speak your heart out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chloe. Yes, confidence is key. Public speaking. These are some of the things that I think sometimes as parents we miss out while inculcating some values or teaching our children out there. Public speaking is one of the things I think we should be teaching our children and the young leaders. So thank you so much for speaking about it, Chloe. It's very important in that how we raise these children, how we raise the young leaders of tomorrow, they're the ones that are going to be able to speak up, and they need to have the confidence to speak up. They need to have the confidence when they're leading others. So confidence is something that is key and very much important, because with confidence you have to overcome fear. So to make sure that these leaders are the best, or these leaders are able to impact the society that we are in, definitely they need to be confident, and I think that we can do. So once again, I would love to thank Fidelis Leadership Institute for giving us this opportunity to have the FAT Talks. I'd love to thank the students and the teacher from Lohana for being part of the show and being able to share some of the things they've learned, share highlights, to share much wisdom with the people out there. Allow me to also thank the viewers that are on the show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you much for sharing that link. Allow me to also thank Smart TV for giving us this opportunity to be here and to have the FAT Talks. Yes, something coming up with Fidelis Leadership. We have the Competition Law and Consumer Protection Training that is coming up. It will be at Sheraton Kampala. It's going to be from the 3rd of September to the 5th of September, and it's going to cost $750. So if you know someone, please send them the link to register, and it will be good to have you all at this training. It will be one of those that you don't want to miss. So another thing with Fidelis Leadership Institute, we have the FAT Leadership Fellowship, and we have a cohort that is coming up. So we are asking you to sign up on our website. Sign up for those that will love to be a part. So many things are taught. For example, financial literacy, public speaking, among others. So please sign up and be part of the FAT leaders. Be part of the people that are faithful, available, and teachable. We are the leaders of tomorrow, as they used to tell us. So make sure you sign up, because we are creating a critical mass of leaders that is able to impact us and the world out there. So as we go on with the show, let me once again thank my team who I am with in the studio. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Allow me also to send shout outs to the producer, Ms. Teresa Among, thank you so much. It's good to have the fat talks. Yes, Benjamin, I would love you to share just a few things. So how do you think, how can our parents support the children in becoming confident leaders? What do you think the parents can do in supporting the children to become confident leaders? Because being confident, as Chloe has told us, is one of the values that as a leader should have. And it's key. Yeah, so what do you think our parents should do to support us to be confident leaders? So what should they do to support the young leader out there to be confident? Yes.
In my opinion, I think our parents should help us to make right decisions. Like I have an example, I can say maybe I've made a wrong decision this time around. My parents should be able to come and show me the right decision to make. So that if I continue, when I'm about to make another decision, I should remember that my parent taught me that I should do this and this. So I should be able to make right decision through my parents helping me out. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Allow me to pass on the mic to Mr. Okello Joshua. And this is something, as you know, as teachers and parents, we usually think about when we're thinking of grooming the leaders. We're definitely thinking of the children we have right now, because usually as you're grooming leaders, they are looking at you. They do what you're doing, not what you usually say. So it's important that as we're grooming the leaders of tomorrow, we are very good examples. And this brings me to this question, that what unique opportunities do you think as parents or as teachers we can provide for our children regardless of their their academic performance? I could actually add a little bit more just to rephrase the question. Why do you believe leadership skills are important for children regardless of their academic performance?
Thank you so much, Mr. Ramon. When it comes to leadership and academics, that is one of a very tricky something to deal with, because it is important for a learner to be academically sound. That's why most of the children are sent to school, to make them better from the way they were from home, to putting a value in them while at school. But then, how is academics related to leadership? I would want to disagree in one way or another and say sometimes it's not really about the academics to groom someone into a very good leader, because we have seen leaders out there who have not been in a position to attain these academics at higher levels. Okay, if we go to the government system of leadership, we can start from the LC1s, LC2s, and LC3s. them sound. I think you've also seen the several sagas and stories that have come out whereby some leaders in position, their academic papers have been questioned. So imbalance in the two that we need to have a lot of focus on, and we have to nurture each and everyone regardless of their academic performance in school, provided you're able to train someone, provided you're able to add value into someone, despite their academic performances in class, we can make them better leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joshua. You have shared very key things there, and wow, some good wisdom for us to learn from. Yes, I've come to find that in our societies, it's very important that we teach about leadership. And I think even in schools, we have what are they called, the prefects? Sometimes they're called retreats, whereby you
process. So I think these groups are really important. These groups also expose parents to the leadership process, because if your child is trained to become a leader, you also want other family members exposed to the leadership process. So I think these groups have really created a good platform for all the young leaders to be what they are.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you so much for sharing. And as she shared, my mind rose, or it reminded me of something, a quote from one of the leaders, that leaders are readers. So I think even as we shape or change the culture or help our young leaders grow, because you're exposing them to the different things and environments, and they're able to be creative in their thinking. It reminds me of, you see, when we were growing up, after leaving school, sometimes we didn't want to read any books anymore. We're like, I'm tired of books. I've been reading books for 7 years, for 6 years, for 13 years. I don't know, for each level. I'm talking about each particular level that they finish. And you find that if a leader does not read, they're not growing, they're not changing. At the end of the day, a leader has to be the best version of themselves. And one of the books that I think I've read that have changed my mindset on leadership is the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. I think every leader out there and every young leader should definitely read that book and see what is taught. So as I was on that point, it reminds me that we need to inculcate the values of reading to the leaders out there. They need to be exposed to such skills, and that's what the Young Leaders Conclave will help to do with our children. Expose them to materials of reading, but also help them to cultivate such values that are going to help them, because we all agree we are here because we studied, right? We know particular things when they ask about them because we're being exposed to them. Well, and you know, without getting that knowledge from the teachers who have also read and been trained to be where they are, wouldn't be here. So it's good to give books to the children to read, but also teach them and inculcate such values in reading. So allow me to remind you that the Young Leaders Conclave is on the 29th of this month to the 30th of August. And those who would love to sign up their children, we are going to be at Time to Play Nigeria. Please make sure you bring your child from the ages of 7 to 12 and 13 to 17. Yes, we as Fidelis, we are creating a critical mass of leaders, right from the children, the teenagers, to organizations and places out there. So it's a place I would love to encourage you to bring your child to. As we wind up, we have some thoughts with our people in studio, and I think this question or something Joshua can share about that is quite very important, or well, about leadership. So Joshua, could you please share with us or share with the viewers online that what are some of the examples of how leadership skills have positively impacted your students at school as you teach them?
Thank you, Mr. Ramon. Once again, leadership skills have impacted greatly and positively on the nature of learners we have. Some of them are here right before you, speaking very confidently. I'm also very inspired. Patricia, right next to me here, aspires to be member of parliament.
Oh yes.
So that is a message out there for current members of parliament. And there is a very vibrant young lady coming for one of those posts out there. Yes. So this leadership skills, as I've said, it has impacted these learners with lots of confidence. Okay. Some of them have also developed the ability to find solutions to some of the problems that they get to be encountered with. Benjamin Iron said, you need to be honest. How is honesty going to come out when someone is faced with a situation that they have to take a decision? So these leaders have been in a position to take decisions that they are ready and willing to deal with the consequences regardless. So that is a very good virtue for a young leader who is preparing for the world of tomorrow. Then these leaders have also been in position to boost their understanding and their thinking in a way that with the various trainings that they have had, their kind of thoughts are no longer the same compared to someone who came on with without having the training. So I have very much confidence in the young leaders we are grooming that their thinking is not the same compared to how or before they became leaders. Then after the training, they are now in position to challenge you, to challenge in thinking. They are beginning to now ask questions. Why is this like that? Why isn't it like that? So when you get that kind of feedback after training, after nurturing these young leaders, you get to know that you're sending some message home. You're trying to, at least you have a feedback, you have a great hope that with the learners we are trying to nurture today, the hope and the world belongs to them, provided they learn and take on whatever we're telling them positively.
Thank you so much, Joshua. That was very, very insightful. I hope out there you're taking your notes and you're learning. The people who have still been with us all this while on the show, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing that link. Allow me to once again thank Smart TV for giving us this opportunity to have the Fat Talks, whereby we are able to create a critical mass of leaders, but also share wisdom with the people out there with our different segments as you've been watching and been part of us. Thank you also for staying on and listening to us. Also allow me to thank Fidelis Leadership Institute for making sure that we have the Fat Talks, whereby different people come and share wisdom with us often, and also for the programs they have. Allow me to thank Lohana Academy for allowing the teachers and the young leaders to come and share wisdom with us today. It's a very great honor to have you in studio with us, and thank you once again for sharing and for being confident and for being with us. We are glad to definitely be with you here. So someone may be wondering why we have talked about the Young Leaders Conclave, and what opportunities does the Young Leaders Conclave offer that will benefit our children. And as children grow up, they learn from they learn from home, and they also get to learn from school. And as we notice, that they spend so much time at school, and yeah, a little bit of time at home with the holidays. But there are a number of skills that here and there that need to be taught to the leaders of tomorrow. For example, like financial literacy, how to manage their money. I remember when I was given pocket money, I'm even laughing as I say this example. I was given pocket money, I remember, should I say the amount? Okay, at a certain point, I think it was 20K, yeah, at the start of the term, because whenever it would get done, I would be happy to call back. So this time I was given the money, and by the time the week was done, I can tell you I had finished everything, and I was happy to go tell the teacher to give me the phone to call back home, for more money. Yeah, as we bring up our children, it's good that they should learn about financial literacy. Well, to finish that story, I think I'll tell you more about it next time, but I think as time went on, I learned that I need to keep my money, because my parents was able to have a talk with me how to manage money, and their own things changed. But so many young leaders out there and young people out there don't know how to manage their money. So financial literacy is among the things that the Young Leaders Conclave is going to share. Then we have leadership skills, public speaking, because as you've heard from our people in studio today, our young leaders, confidence is one of the things that a leader should have, or leaders should always have in every place. Well, you can't come out there and say, I'm shy, I cannot speak. Well, what are you communicating? What are you going to tell the people? Even if you want to request for a job, you're going to do an interview, and you have to speak. You have to say a few things here and there, and they're going to have to hire you. So you need to have confidence. So it's one of the things we're going to teach. And then right now we have a lot of, or can I say, many nuclear families, and it's good to always have the value of teamwork, working together, which without that, I think no society is able to grow. Even the schools, even the institutions, there always has to be teamwork. Those are among the things we're going to teach them. We're going to talk about emotional intelligence, among others, the behavior changes. And then for the toddlers, for the children, we're going to talk about confidence building, social skills, teamwork. And we're going to have fun activities that are going to be able to inculcate leadership values in them. So by the time they are done, they will be happy to have taken part. So please sign up your child, register. The website is open. Please tap on the link, register your children. Or you can come to Fidelis Leadership Institute offices that are on Kajaja Street, plot 61. You can reach out to us, and we shall be able to register your child for the conclave. So as we wind up, as we end, I wanted us to share some of the experiences that we have learned from being leaders. At least just one thing that has stood up for you as a leader. And before that, the book that comes to mind, there's a book that comes to mind, a young story of a young man in the Bible called David. And we all know that David was able to fight Goliath and win that battle. But you see, David was a person that was looking after the Father's sheep. And he had fought countless battles. He had beaten off the wolves, the lions, not to eat the Father's sheep. So he was tried and tested before he even became the king of Israel. So there's I think the book called To Greatness by Moses Mukisa, you should look out for the book. It's quite a good book. So as I read this story, it reminded me of what leader I want to become. Do I want to be that leader that fears trials? Or do I want to be that leader that is a solution-oriented leader? As they have talked about, it's good to be solution-oriented, not to be the person that is always crying when problems come. So in just 1 minute, we could start from Chloe. What are some of the things, just one thing that has stood out for you being a leader in school? Just one highlight.
As you know, I'm a leader. I have really learned how to public speak. Yes, I was confident before this opportunity, but public speaking, I wasn't really that confident. But now I am very, very confident in public speaking. That really helps me so much.
Thank you so much, Chloe. Yes, let's have Benjamin.
Thank you so much. Me, being a leader, I really find it good to serve others. Not only being a leader for my self-benefits, but I should be a leader who can serve others and ensuring that they do the right thing, because that's the purpose of being a leader. Ensuring their protection, serving them, and ensuring that they do the right thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Actually, there is no leader who doesn't serve. Well, if you think you're going to be a leader out there and you don't serve others, I think you're in the wrong world. Because I don't think there is any leader who is in a position of authority or in any position without being able to serve others. Yeah, thank you so much, Benjamin. Yes, let's have Patricia.
Thank you, Margarita. Well, to me, being a leader, I've learned that I have to be open to others. I have to be confident, not only for myself or my community, but even to other people. I have to think about the decisions I make and the consequences, because being a leader is not always easy. It has challenges and different consequences, but I have to be a leader and I have to leave an example in my leadership period. So being a leader is very important, but also to leave footsteps or to leave marks of how your leadership has been good to others. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Yes, Mr. Okello, what are your parting shots? What would you love to tell the young leader out there? What message do you have for them as we end the show?
Thank you. To start with leadership and with experience, I know the things that, or the decision that the leader has to take, and then things will not be well. So to the young leaders out there, you can't impress everyone. Even in the good that you do in trying to serve the interests of the people, there are people who are critics. They will still find loopholes in whatever you do. So in my different terms of leadership and in the various areas I have led, I have learned what we call calmness in a way of handling pressure. I don't hit so much to pressure, provided I know I am doing the right thing. Even up to date, there are different positions that I lead. Pressure tends to be there, but with experience, I have learned that I have always got to be calm in the position that I hold. Just thank you.
Thank you so much, Joshua. So as a young leader listening to us today, who are the people you are following? who are the people that you are looking out to. You need to have mentors, you need to have spiritual leaders, you need to listen to your parents because they're the ones you need to honor first. So as you go on, who are you listening to? What kind of behaviors are you cultivating out there? So allow me to once again invite you for the Young Leaders Conclave that is happening on the 29th or 30th. And I want to thank you for tuning in and being part of the show. It's been an amazing time with you, and thank you for being on the show all this time. Allow me to thank Fidelis Leadership Institute for giving us the opportunity to have Fat Talks, because Fat Talks is a product of Fidelis Leadership Institute. Allow me to also thank Smart TV, Smart 24 for giving us this opportunity to be here to share these insights on leadership with you. Once again, I thank the young leaders for being here and for sharing, for confidently sharing their highlights and their views, the wisdom with us, which is quite a good thing. And their teacher, thank you so much, Mr. Joshua, Mr. Okello, Joshua, thank you so much for sharing. All the viewers that have been watching, thank you so much for being with us. We thank our producer. We thank all the people that are part of this show and all the people that are part of Fidelis Leadership Institute, the alumni, and everyone. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you for watching this show. Please share the link with all the people out there and able to sign up for the different events that are coming up. We wish you the best of the week and the month that is coming up. Thank you. Stay tuned. Till next time.